Hi guys, welcome to Night Sky Wisdom and Tarot. I'm Alex and I'm here to bring you Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and North Node reading about what your greatest manifestation blockage is right now. Now, I don't know what you're manifesting. Only you and Spirit know that. But we're here to tap into what could be preventing, delaying, or completely stopping. I kind of already said that. Your manifestation. I'm sorry. So I'm going to pull a moon oracle, a moonology oracle card, and then do a 5-card spread to give you kind of a little bit more details so that you can see if this reading specifically applies to you, about where you are and what your biggest obstacle is. Now keep in mind, can't apply to everybody. It's a general reading. So if it don't apply, let it fly. But I welcome you to follow along anyway. So let's get started. Gemini, you got the full moon card. Surrender to the divine. So this gives me some indication that right now your biggest blockage to manifesting could be your refusal to surrender. And this can look a couple of different ways. A refusal to surrender means that you're saying that you're walking in faith and you're asking for something, but you are being overly involved in the if, who, what, when's, where's, how, and why. Like, you're supposed to take as much steps as possible towards the things that you want. But once you get to a certain point, it's really up to God to bring it in the rest of the way for you. But instead of you trusting that, you are continuously worrying. You're continuously in a state of self-doubt, worry, or trying to do little things to manipulate the situation into your favor instead of just allowing the universe. What else can it look like? A failure to surrender to the divine can also look like, how do I put this? Lashing out at others. You know, like you might feel like it's not connected, but your mood's been a little funky lately. You've been in a certain space and state of not allowing, not receiving, not being okay with where you are right now. So God is really asking for you to fall back. After you've done all you can do, if you've already done all you can do towards the situation, the rest is in His hands. And if it doesn't happen when you want it to, just know you continue to follow the steps that He lays before you. And eventually, in due time, it will come. So let's get a little bit more specifics for Gemini about how they can learn to surrender a little bit more, or why they're not surrendering. What is going on with me in these cards? Sorry, y'all. I had to do some adjustments. Okay. 5 cards, Spirit. Ooh. Jeez. Yeah. Oh, you can't see the first one. Here we go. Sorry. 6 of Pentacles in reverse. 7 of Swords. Ace of Wands. Okay. Ooh. 4 of Wands in the reverse. Y'all, I usually don't read reversals like that, but today I am. So I'm just gonna rock with whatever's going on with Spirit and trust it'll make sense. High Priestess. Okay. Okay, yeah, this is very much you need to surrender. I'm telling you, Gemini, and here's why. You're coming out of some situations and places that you feel like you gave and it was taken advantage of, or somebody had an advantage over you, either financially, opportunity-wise, whatever, and they kind of held it over your head. Either way, it wasn't an equal give and take situation. And so now it's like you realize that the necessity of moving on and moving forward, but you're doing so in a kind of deceptive way. You're overly trying to manipulate the situations that you approach from here on out instead of allowing God to take control and take over. So let's say, for example, this was a relationship where equal give and take. Okay, I'm about to give y'all a story. This was a relationship where you didn't have equal give and taking before. So let me tell y'all something. I was with my family over the past weekend with my sisters and stepsister and brother, right? And so I am not a reality TV person. It stresses me out. I just don't understand the desire to watch drama. There's enough in the world. I feel like no. But I can watch like an episode here or there. I can't continuously watch it. So they watched the season premiere of 90 Day Fiance. Okay, spoiler alert if you have not seen it. I'm about to talk about that. Fast forward a little bit. And this guy who was trying to bring this woman over that he was in love with had been hurt before and used for his money. So instead of him just being aware of the signs or the ways in which he, put himself at risk, or maybe some of the negative ways that he behaved in previous relationships, and adjusting that and then trusting God to, as long as I am aware and I trust you, then I trust that the right partner will be brought to me. No. He sets up some kind of scenario for her to come to a fake house in a raggedy van and pretend like this raggedy house and this raggedy van, this is where I live and this is what I drive. And then it's like he kept testing her. Very deceptive. It was him thinking he was being strategic, but it was really self-destructive. Now, I don't know what happened. That was for the next episode, but it's like God is saying, you need to talk to me. I will guide you. I will provide passion, inspiration, direction in whatever manifestation it is that you want. But you're trying to be me. You're trying to set traps to lure things in instead of allowing me to guide things to you. You're trying to test the things that I send to you, which in turn will send them away from you. So Gemini, you're being asked to allow the creator to be the creator. Allow spirit to be spirit. And if you're not in a place to do that, then that's what you should work on, is your ability to surrender. That means forgiving. Forgiving doesn't mean forgetting or allowing people or places or things back into your energy that shouldn't be there. Forgiving means that you understand the places that you were in that allowed some of the negative energies to come in, and you understand, and you can kind of understand or accept what happened and let it go. Meaning, like, what happened. This is the reason why it happened. I'm no longer tied up into revenge. I'm no longer tied up into bitterness. I'm no longer tied up in fear about this happening again. So you have to learn to let God be God. This is the 4 wands in reverse. Foundations that aren't being established. It's either a foundation that needs to be established, that's not being built, or one that needs to be undone, almost like mini tower energy, right? This is your old way of thinking, and this is a new way of thinking that needs to be established, because what was the whole point of the previous disappointment if you didn't learn from it? The point of us going through these heartaches and disappointments is to not become more sneaky and conniving or become more distrusting. It's for us to become better. And if what has become of you is a lesser version of yourself before, when it comes to being guided in connection with spirit, then you should really go back and reevaluate what foundation you are building for the future when it comes to manifesting a new relationship, a new job, whatever this situation is. And the outcome, High Priestess is very much powerful, but also at peace. She is a complete vessel for spirit. She is also very much able to manifest because she is powerful, intuitive. She's a powerful connection with the universe that allows her to be able to, as above, so below, bring down what she needs to bring down out of the spirit realm to manifest what she needs in her physical realm. You have got to let God be God, Gemini. What happens is I see so many people get in situations where they feel like they got to set some things up certain ways to be successful or to be happy. And they're under the underbelly of them. They're very subtle manipulations, right? They're not necessarily, oh, I'm cheating, I'm lying, I'm stealing, but they're very subtle manipulations. Dealing with people we wouldn't otherwise deal with, not because we're completely repulsed by them and we're lying about them trying to be opportunistic, but in reality, we wouldn't be dealing with them if we didn't think they provided some leg up to us getting to a certain place or position in life. That kind of subtle manipulation that eventually in the long run, it may take a while, will take us from the place of, yes, I got it, to what the hell have I gotten myself into? So I'll do a little bit of clarifying. I really don't feel like a whole lot is necessary for this. I feel like the message is very clear. But let's look at the Seven of Swords energy that, geez, Louise. That was quick. It fell right out on the floor. It's clarified by the Eight of Swords, the Nine of Cups, and the Queen of Swords. All these swords. Seven of Swords, Eight of Swords, Queen of Swords, Nine of Cups. You, my dear, feel like you know your self-worth. I don't know that you really do. You're not trusting that what you have is of value enough to bring in what you need. And so you're taking things into your own hand to try to control the situations around you. But all the time, you're really still in your head about previous failures or letdowns or setbacks. You can't trust the universe because you can't see or acknowledge or accept the power of the universe, the power of God and what he can do. You can't see or accept the fact. It's weird, right? Because their hands are tied and their eyes are bound, but it's almost like you can't accept, you're having a hard time accepting that even in the midst of feeling this way, that God can really do a lot for you without you having to move too much or see too much. And that you are so valuable to him that you don't have to make all of these moves and decisions and fear-based ways of thinking and planning. You don't have to do that to get to where you need to be. Let's clarify. Ace of Wands is pretty clear. I want to clarify this Four of Wands in reverse about, these foundations that either aren't being built or need to be removed. Oh no, wrong deck. I'm sorry. Let's clarify Four of Wands in reverse for Gemini. Spirit, please clarify this Four of Wands in reverse energy. For Gemini. Can we clarify this Four of Wands in reverse energy for Gemini? 3 cards, please. The Emperor. Seven of Swords again. Yep. Looks like you are in the High Priestess again. We got double confirmation on the Seven of Swords. We got double confirmation on the High Priestess. Listen, your way of thinking that you have to control everything to control the outcome has not gotten you anywhere. It's not going to get you anywhere. Everything that you want in your life is in the middle of rest and reprieve for you. It's in the midst of your connection with spirit and God. It's in the midst of your awakening and your enlightenment. It's in the midst of you stopping trying to come out on top to prove a point of value to others or to yourself. This is not where your manifestation lies. It lies in, this is the complete opposite of surrender. You're willing to win at any cost. And that's not really winning, is it? That's not really a foundation. Again, 4 of Wands in reverse. That's not really a strong, sturdy foundation. Let's clarify this High Priestess outcome. I feel like the moment you surrender, like really surrender, Gemini, a whole new world will open up to you. 6 of Swords. Yeah. I'm going to take all of these. There's going to come some clarity. Okay, let me hold these up for you. You're going to get tired of always trying to calculate and figure out and adjust, because guess what's going to happen? You're going to realize, this is where this 4 of Cups comes in, that you're still not getting anything that brings you satisfaction. You may even get the cup that you had your eye on, but then you're going to get it and you realize, I'm still not happy. Because what space were you in when you got it? How did you get it? Again, I'm not calling y'all liars or thieves or anything like that. It's these subtle self-deceptions, the ways that we deceive ourselves more than anybody else. At some point, you gotta just, 2 of Swords in reverse. You're going to come out of this space of being blind. It's not really indecision in this case. This is more about you coming out of this space of being blind to the reality of your own decisions that you did make. Okay? You're going to understand and get clarity and have to sacrifice your desire to control everything. That is your sacrifice, which will bring you into calmer waters. It really will. So, as I like to do, I'm going to summarize. Gemini, you came out of a situation in the past that was very disappointing for you. You weren't getting equal give and take. Someone was taking advantage of the power dynamic. And so you decided out of hurt and pain that you weren't going to ever experience that again. So you, instead of working on yourself, taking the time you needed to really obtain peace and clarity, you kind of decided that you could control the outcome from here on out. But that's a falsehood. It's not based on your self-worth or understanding of self. It's based on fear-based thinking, feeling restricted by the outcomes of the past. But God is asking you to stop trusting in yourself to prevent these situations and to manifest new beginnings and real foundations for yourself. You have to depend on your connection with spirit. You have to believe like you say you believe. You have to understand the power of God, the power of spirit, and the power of you to manifest whatever you want into your life without having to use these tactics to avoid or prevent hurt again. You have to get rid of these old foundations and this need for control over every single aspect or factual detail, because utterly you still aren't in control. It brings in more negative things to have to defend yourself against. It keeps you in a state of battle and keeps you in a state, you know what they say, what a tangled web we weave when first we practice to deceive. So eventually when you're ready to surrender and really surrender, that is when you'll be able to manifest, to move into calmer waters like you've been wanting to do this whole time. The more you let go, the more you flow into why can't I say that word? Calmer waters. So Gemini, that's my dog in the background. Anyway, Gemini, I hope this helps. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Until next time, have a blessed one.